So, we'll talk about core Java programming language, right? Let's understand some basics first. For example, this language was actually introduced in 1995 by a company called as Sun Microsystems. But since 2011, this language is taken care by Oracle Corporation. That is the reason all updates of Java, they come on Oracle. By updates we mean these things which I'll explain. That is one fact, that Java, since 2011 Oracle owns Java, right? See, second basic fact is that Java is a platform independent language. By platform independent means your Java code, it can run on any operating system. Okay, it can run on Windows, it can run on Mac, it can run on Ubuntu, any operating system. It can run on mobile device. Java is part of websites, right? Many websites are created on Java. So these two facts one should know, that since 2011 Oracle owns Java, and second, Java is a platform independent language. Your Java code can run on any operating system, any machine. Java embedded applications can run on any platform, any operating system. Okay, so when we know these two facts, thereafter comes these three terms, JDK, JRE, JVM. As far as full form is concerned, JDK is Java Development Kit, JRE is Java Runtime Environment, right? And JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Okay, these are the full forms. But what do they do actually? See, for a programmer, for a IT programmer, for a web developer, right? For people like us, we need JDK. We need Java Development Kit, because it gives us all the, let's say I need to compile my code, I need to run my code, I need to work on my code. So it gives me all Java packages, APIs, Java util, Java lang, Java IO, Java non-IO, all libraries. There are many libraries, right, which we use in Java code for some functionality, right? So JDK helps us use packages, use libraries. It gives us the class loader system basically. But point is, with the help of JDK, we get everything that a Java programmer requires, everything, right? This is from a programmer's point of view. But if I am I'm just a user, website user or a mobile application user, then I just need JRE. JRE has again all packages. JRE has compilers. JRE runs the application, because as a normal user who has nothing to do with IT, they just want their applications to run. So JRE makes them run. right? But the best part is when we download JDK, we automatically get JRE. And then there is a virtual machine, right, which converts my Java code to machine language code or byte code, right, which operating system understands. Your operating system understands byte code or machine language code, right? They only understand that, right? So JVM converts a basic Java English written code to a byte code. And the best part is when you download JDK, you get JVM also. And when JRE gets downloaded on machine, they also get JVM, because it is a virtual machine. This does not exist physically, right? There is no physical presence for this JVM. Okay, so as a programmer I need JDK. As a user, any random user, I need JRE on phone, on machine, computer, right? But one should know about JVM. JVM converts my code to byte code, which operating system understands, right? Without JVM, the Java code will not work on any operating system. It is because of JVM that our Java code actually runs, right? So after knowing Java is a product of Oracle since 2011, and after knowing that Java is a platform independent language, these three terms, one should be very clear about them, right? So after we know these three terms, then comes the environment, like this, right? This environment where we execute our Java code. This is Eclipse, right? This is Eclipse. Eclipse, IntelliJ, these are IDE, Integrated Development Environment, right? And this integrated development environment is also written in Java. We will write our Java code on Eclipse. This is most widely used IDE. Okay, but if you don't have Java on your machine, all you need to do is you go to your web browser, you simply type free download JDK, or as a programmer we should download JDK. We come to Oracle. We need to create our login. Okay, and then we will be allowed to download the JDK. Okay, then we will be allowed for a JDK or a JRE download. Okay. This was not there earlier. Right, if you could not download it, just let me know. I will hello, am I audible?
Yes, Kavish.
From here you can download them. This one, second one you can download. JDK 21 you can download. Similarly, if you don't have Eclipse, you can download Eclipse also. This one, you know, you'll be able to get the Eclipse environment like this. Okay, right, we will create a project, but before creating a project, right, if you face any problem with configuring Java or Eclipse, do let me know. You know, we should know about data types. You know, data types, type of data. You know, this is a building, these are called as a building block for data manipulation in Java. Right, in every project we deal with data. Okay, there are two types of data types. One is primitive, another one is reference. There are 8 primitive data types: byte, short, int, long. They all belong to number category: float, double, char, boolean. These are 8 primitive data types. Right, now based on the length of your data, for example, if the scope of your data ranges from minus 2 raised to the power 7, which is 128, to 127, to 2 raised to the power 7 minus 1, that is a byte. That is when you consider byte. Similarly, when your data ranges from 2 raised to the power 15 to 15 minus 1, that is somewhere around 32,768 to 36,767. Similarly, integer, when your data ranges from minus 2 raised to the power 31 to 2 raised to the power 31 minus 1, then you choose integer, right, which is of a 10 digit, right, it is a billion number, 2 billion basically, 2.5 billion. Then comes the long, 2 raised to the power 63 to 2 raised to the power 63 minus 1, that is when your number is 19 digit long. You know, so these are based on the amount of data, you decide the data type. Similarly, float is, you know, when decimals comes into picture, currencies, stock prices, right, retail prices, where decimal comes into picture. For example, 235.5, you know, 51F float. And where you want higher precision, you know, decimal values, then you go with double, right. Boolean is, you know, true false. by default false. By default for byte short int long is 0. By default for float and double is 0.0. Right? This is to track the, boolean is to track the one bit of an information which we will use in while loop, for loop, if conditions. Right? And then character. Everything on your keyboard, it's a character. Anything in Java which is in single quote, that is a character. Right? There are some 65,535 characters. Okay, and we will use that. Then comes reference data type. A reference data type is the object that we will use to we will define it, or we will create it with the constructor of a class. We will talk about this in module 4, but we create objects for that, for reference data type. Right? We create objects for that. Okay. Once we are familiar with data types, and as I said, we will talk about reference type of data which we will create it with the help of constructor. Right? Then we should know about this. We should start practicing Java code. For example, right click on the navigator or package explorer. Navigator or package explorer, you can open here package project explorer. Right? You can have navigator, any explorer. You can open the package explorer or project explorer, and then create a project. Right click, new project. For example, I am making it as Java September. Let's say I am creating a Java project with the name Java September. This is by default all the IDEs that is Java, basically, that is installed. To know what is installed on your computer, all you need to do is go to your C drive. Right? Go to your C drive, go to program files, go to Java, and let's say in my machine I have 3 versions of Java. I can have 10 versions, but you can download the latest version, no problem. 1 is good enough. Right? Then after installing, restart, it will be set as a environment variable. Right? So I will just finish, and the project here Java September is created for us. First thing I will do, right click on the source directory, and I will create a package. Let's say I will create a package like this. Okay, this is how package is created. But the question is, what is a package? See, package in Java, it is a namespace via which we organize. Right? By which we organize the classes or interfaces. Anything. Just imagine it as folders on your computer. You have HTMLs in one folder, JavaScript in another folder, images in another folder. You have songs in another folder, something like this. Your documents in another folder. So similarly in Java we make packages with the help of which we organize everything. For example, I created a package called com programming class 1, and right click new class. I created a first class called, let's say, employee, or let's say employee. Right? This is the first line. First line of your Java code is always the package declaration. Right? Public is a access modifier, which we will talk in module 5. These are keywords. These are keywords in Java. What you see in this maroon color, it's keyword. Then I am going to define some attributes, or you can call it as properties, or non-static instance variables, or non-static data members. And I can write a comment like this. This is nothing but a comment, right? For example, I am saying employee has a name, and I am saying employee has a ID, and I am saying employee has a designation also, and I am saying, let's say, employee has some salary also. So I use data type, and I use string class in Java, which can hold any value in double quotes. Just to begin with, in module 9 we will talk about string class in details. Then I can create some getters and setters, right? I can select all fields after employee salary. When I click on generate, getters and setters are created for us, right? Main control space bar. After writing main, I pressed control space bar, and this entire declaration comes. JVM converts your code from main method, or you can say JVM runs your code or convert your code from main method. This is the starting point of a Java application. This is the starting point of any Java application, right? So all I will do is, let's say I created the object like this, object of my class. On the right hand side, I've got a default constructor, but we will talk about this in detail in module 4. What I'm going to do, using setter method, I set the name like this, and I set the ID like this, and I set the designation like this. Okay, and I set the salary, let's say like this, right? Now I can print the values. For example, I can very articulately I can mention, using system out println, to print data on console. I can say name of employee is, using object I can get the name of the employee, right? And thereafter, similarly, I can print the age, designation and salary. ID, right? So using get salary method, control space bar, using get designation, and using get ID. So what will print? Name of employee is ABC, ID of employee is 123, designation of employee is software engineer, salary of employee is, let's say this is 5 lakhs, let's say. So when I run this, right click, run as Java application, this is the output. What we have learned is that I created a class. Classes are created for objects to exhibit or show, or to play around with these attributes, or methods. So I created object, I set data in 4 fields, I have retrieved or get data in 4 fields. Simple Java class which just deals with 4 attributes. They are getter setter methods. How did I create getter setter methods? I clicked here, source, generate getter setters, selected 4 fields, generate, and getter setters are created, and then I created object, I set data in those 4 fields, I get or I retrieve data from those 4 fields. This is the most basic Java class, right? This is the most basic Java class. Package, namespace to organize classes. Class can contain fields or methods to describe the behavior for this particular person. Object, everything in Java will revolve around object. Everything in Java it revolves around or is done for one particular person, which is object. Okay, this is syntax: public keyword, class, name of the class, curly bracket, closing bracket. And this is public static void main. What is void, what is static, what is public, we'll talk about that in detail. But we created a basic Java class, right? So this is the most basic thing. What have we learned? We learned few things. That Java is now a product of Oracle since 2011. Java is platform independent language. We learned JDK, Java Development Kit, with the help of which we are able to code, we are able to execute our code, we get all packages, all libraries, loader system, right? We learned data types, 8 primitive data types. We learned how to download JDK, from where to download Eclipse. We learned what is package. We learned what is class. We created one simple example of a class. We saw attributes. We have main method, right? This is just the beginning. Tomorrow when we will connect at same time, we will go through control flow statements, how if statement works, how if else works, how for loop works, while works, switch case works, right? Any questions? Yes, Dimple.
Do we need to create this getter and setter for means every time?
No,
On
not every time. When I will teach you constructor, then there is no need for getter setters also. For advanced level programming, getters and setters mean a lot. In Spring framework, there is a concept of POJO, plain old Java object. Basically for advanced level programming, we need getter setters. Here just to set and get the data, I just use this concept. Later on I will not use it. I will use constructor and other things. Fine?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So see, I was thinking of conducting this on alternate day basis, right? So that you guys also get time to practice. Initially, this week we can connect, from Monday to Friday. Then, when we will accumulate certain concepts, then next week onwards we can have it on alternate day basis. Or if you want, we can do alternate days basis this week itself, so that you get time to go through what we have done. I mean,
Yeah, Yogesh, your plan is good. But in case if you have any sample questions or exercises as such before next class commences, maybe alternative day starting this week or next week, isn't it? We can practice on those. We can get it on Google, but probably if you can have an assignment kind of a thing, so that we can, I think that will be a nice way.
yeah. So, as of now, since this is a very beginning of a Java language, we can take one exercise. For example, similar to employee, let's say create a customer class or you can create a product class. Let's say create a product class with product ID, product name, product description and product price, and try to set and get these data, in these 4 attributes, right? Right now, do this. Later on, when we will do control flow statements, I will give you, certain assignment where you can apply logic, things like that.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, Dimple, fine.
Yes, fine with me.
So we'll connect now on Wednesday same time, and I will upload this recording.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.